then you will build a business. That's the difference. That's the difference. $100,000 earner. This guy ran my office for 9 years. I left out of St. Louis. He went in 2004. He went and became a regional vice president. He's a $100,000 earner. He overrides the $300,000 earner, and he overrides another guy that just got promoted to regional vice president last month, Matthew Hill out of Kansas City. Help me welcome up, like a son to me, the one, the only, the awesome, Mr. Dante Owens.
You're supposed to let that play, man. But anyway, go ahead and cut it off. This is a gospel song. We say I'm built for this. Cut it off, Bruce. Press stop.
There we go.
All right, everybody doing good?
Yeah!
This week, I used to say this weekend, but we flew in. We did because he was speaking. We came from, I drove from St. Louis to Ohio. So anybody that, you know, passed geography, that's up and then down to pick up one of my regional leaders so that he could be here and witness this. And I'm gonna talk real fast about the presentation. It's about the middle class mindset, but I gotta say this because, you know, just pulling up to Columbus's the manor, you know, this week, pulling up to that and seeing it, you know, my heart just kind of skipped a beat. You know, because I knew Columbus, you know, I sat at his kitchen table, said some crazy things, and he still felt sorry for me and hired me. But I seen his beautiful house in St. Louis, and then when his father didn't, you know, move into the house that he got for him, since Columbus moved in there, we actually stayed there, and then the house that I think some of you guys met him, he had a beautiful house, wraparound porch. I'm like, man, I want that, right? And I always said I want to be like Columbus so much that he had a green link and I bought a white one. It looked the same way. I think mine shut down on me because I didn't do what he told me to do, which was take care of the damn thing. Right? So, but when I saw what he had today, it's not for him and Allison. I mean, it's for you guys. It's for you guys to come in and just witness, like what William said, that Primerica is really, really, for real, real. But we got to get rid of this middle class mindset. All right, so I'm going to breeze through it because I want to hear from these guys. You did an awesome job. We'll talk about this middle class mindset. It says the middle disease that keeps good people from achieving their dreams and living that life that they deserve. Everybody deserves that life, but we got this mindset that's keeping us away. So when I point to you, just hit it. So this is what they say. Just bring the whole page. This is what most people say. Most of y'all in this room said this. People like us don't make it. You know, Trump hit office, everybody said, oh, it's over. Y'all said it. I mean, you know, you ain't got to admit it, though. Keep your money in the bank where it's safe. Somebody in your family done told you that. You need more education to be successful. We done heard that today, like some people was telling. Hey, listen, go back. You know, go that way. You know, one thing I forgot in my story when I told it the other day was this. The day before I decided to move from Cincinnati to St. Louis, Santana called me. He said, man, I just met this lady. She's in computer and information systems, and she want to hire you. 80 grand. I didn't even call the lady. I got in my $500 Audi. I paid $500 and I had that Audi. It was loud, too. You knew I was coming. I got in my $500 Audi, and we went 342 miles to St. Louis. I didn't even call the lady because I didn't want to talk to nobody. I knew he could help me make what he made. Right. So I didn't even do that. So look, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That statement my mama told me when I was in college. 4 years later, my mama hired me in business. Wow. Somebody, I think Thomas said, you gotta fall in love with your trainer, your upline. She said I wasn't explaining it right. And I wasn't. I just told her I was going to be rich. We quitting. I'm quitting college. That's the wrong thing to say. Some of y'all need y'all upline with y'all, right? That's a side note. So go ahead. So go ahead, Bruce. So listen to this. So this is what they do, right? They settle right with being part of the status quo. Yeah. You fall in love with it. Stop dreaming and turn cynical and pessimistic. And then you kind of slide it in with your kids, talking about it's okay if you getting the C, at least you trying.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a whole nother one. Lose all ambition and don't believe that we could ever achieve our goal and live vicariously through. I was gonna put some other stuff, but celebrities, because some of y'all know y'all watch too much.
Yeah.
Reality TV.
Yeah.
The sports, everybody want to play softball. Everybody that didn't play baseball in high school want to play softball at age 60. Anyway, in the reality shows, so go ahead. And you become selfish. And you know how you become selfish? Because you don't encourage the person to the right or left for you. Can I steal that? Because I'm sorry. It's something about me hitting this thing. Is that okay?
Fine with me.
All right, don't get mad at me, bro. Just tell me what you have wrong. They're right there.
Yep.
All right, so this is what we got to develop, right? We already heard of it, but how do I break out of this middle class mindset? It ain't up there, but first you really got to admit that you got one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now you say, well, I don't have a middle class mindset. It's two other mindsets. It's a wealthy mindset. Ain't too many people in here that got that. And then it's the welfare mindset. So which one you ain't got that one, most of us, because we're not there. But we can go get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So which one of the two you want me to tell you have? The middle or the welfare? Then, okay, now we on with the middle, right? So you got to have this clear, concise middle picture. When you're 100% clear about what you want. Anybody here 100% clear?
Yes.
Like you can't be on the fence. The word tell you that, right?
Come on now.
It says, believe you can get it. Who believe they can get it? Then it says, and I'm willing to overcome any obstacle. Because we all like, I believe it, but then when you get home, Columbus called it convention talking it. Some of it is, but when you get home, that's where the reality hits.
That's right.
What you gonna do when you get the bills and when you walk back into the situation? Most people never made it because it's like your plane in orbit. You ain't clear for landing because you ain't dealt with what you're supposed to deal with.
Wow.
That's part two. Anyway, so look, any obstacle get in your way, say you're guaranteed to have a life you want to reach any goal. Any goal. So is it important to you? Is it important enough for you to go get what you say you want? Because you got to create goals. I wish I could see that thing right there. You got to create financial goals. Career goals, family goals. I think everybody done said something about this stuff already.
Yes.
Then you got to create health goals.
Yes.
Jan was talking, Jan's story was so powerful the other day, Columbus, I ain't even want to tell Jan I went in and beat her with the pills. I walked out with her. She walked out with 4. I walked out with 5. Then went back, checked up, they gave me 2 more. So you got to have some health goals. But don't sell them in the wrong direction. Spiritual goals, I think that's very important, right? Contribution goals, because you got to be a giver. And then material goals, ain't nothing wrong with them. No, it's nothing wrong with them. Man, I watched Columbus drive the same car for years. We used to be sitting down there and people say, I knew it was you, man. That Lincoln, I know that Lincoln anywhere. And he just, yeah, it's cool. And then people get on conference calls and say, man, I can't believe you driving something old. Not to him, but they taking shots.
That's right.
Columbus business still doing this.
Yeah, going up.
There's doing this. There's something that there's some mutual funds. Y'all mutual fund people, y'all know there's some mutual funds that do this. Not this. They business like that. Columbus just like, okay, 15 years, same car. Oh, I got a Sprinter now. People like, damn, Columbus, you doing it big. Nah, I'm just, I can afford not to pay a bill on it.
That's right.
That's deep. So now let's talk about this conscious mind, right? Subconscious mind, because that's what it is, right? So look, the conscious mind develops beliefs. That means you're aware. That means you're talking to somebody, you just don't know who you're talking to. But when you become aware, you do. When y'all get home, y'all catch it. So the positive and the negative, right? It's either true or untrue. Your conscious mind is it's formulating this picture. Can y'all create that picture? Columbus told us yesterday, close your eyes, I'm about went to sleep. I mean, I'm telling you, man, because listen, you know what I'm saying? Like most people, right, who's conscious, y'all know there's a conscious movement in the black community. Yeah. But it's just all about, it's all about, you know, are you a God and all that. Listen, you better be conscious that you broke. That's right. So that you can get more conscious that you have a vehicle that gets you out of broke. That's the conscious. So your subconscious mind is proving your conscious mind right. It's just proving it. And so look what happens. I'm making $100,000 a year. I told Vanessa to do the same thing I did. You gotta look at that thing every day. And she said, Dante, every day, and she did that thing every day. And she did it like 700 times a day. But she told the story. She did it. She said, man, I'm better than anybody in securities. And then the universe proved it. Yeah. It just proved it. Now, Bible people, who owns the universe? Go ahead and say it. God. Okay, so if I don't say him, don't get mad. It's just the universe. He owns everything. Okay? That's how I had to get through the power of your subconscious mind. You know, because I believe in God. Daddy was a preacher, but they didn't say God. They said higher power. That's all they said, just higher power. They read the game of life and how to play it. I understood how to play that game. It's a book 100 years old. Go find it. It's 100 years old. So your subconscious mind is saying, man, what do we have to do so Shelly Toller can make 100,000? Who we have to send?
Yes, Lord.
What number gonna dial her number?
Yeah.
Might be the wrong number. Sometimes you get mad somebody dialed the wrong number instead of saying, man, you want to make some money, though? Then we do that like, oh, you got the wrong number, dude. Don't they? You want to make some money, though? Because it starts happening. So listen to this. So, Bruce, I'm going to need you to hit the arrows for me. This is real deep. So the brain only retains information that aids in our survival or our goals. It's two things, your survival or your goals. And y'all know it when you just survive and you ain't thriving. Y'all understand that, right?
That's right.
And you frustrated. Anybody ever been frustrated?
Yeah.
Right? Today, I take your frustration. So this is what happens. It's your brain, it's your mind right here. You got your goals and dreams. You want to be an RVP. RVPs want to be SVPs, NSDs, and SNSD. We want 100,000. Bill Lorinda said it. Bill Lorinda said, don't say the ring. Your mind, your conscious mind, your subconscious don't understand the ring, but he understands 100,000. He said that on the broadcast. So look what happened. Hit the arrow once. Everything that starts feeding is going to drop either on your goals or your survival, but look what happens in the absence of your dreams and goals. Hit it again. This is what happened to us because we don't have no dreams and goals. Hit it again. That becomes larger. Wow. So we don't have no dreams and goals. You ain't writing it down. Your RVP say, what's your why? You go home and say, I don't know it. You ain't never wrote nothing down. You ain't never took notes. And look what happens. Click again. Now you start doing those things. Living paycheck to paycheck. Robbing Peter to pay who? Everybody know that. Living average and ordinary, wishing and hoping to get better. Then you get in the sprint and say, don't ride like nothing. I just ride just like a bus. Then you get in this house right like last night, you know what I'm saying? He outside, Columbus outside, killing the snake. I mean, he killing the snake. But he like, it's just on my property, we gonna get rid of it, right? Me and Wilma in there like, he get it. We got ownership in this thing. At least I was by the window. So look what happens. This is what most people think, man. This is what most people think. I'm going to run through this stuff too. This is what most people think. Information in and then you get the goal and the idea. Like I got to get the information. It's almost like people say, you ever had an aha moment? Why you got aha moments you believe in God?
Wow.
That's a whole nother, that's chapter 3. Because you can't do that.
Come on now.
You can't do that. You can't say, I just something told me. In reality, though, we form an ideal and goal, and then the information sticks that help us reach it. The information starts sticking to help you get to a 6-figure income. It starts sticking to get you to SVP and SD. It starts sticking. But the bad stuff stick too. Right? The bad stuff stick too. So why is all this stuff important? This is why I think it's important. I spent really a whole lot more time because she talked about the crack, B talked about the crack. We straight up was Kamika on crack. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, seriously, I think I asked about 100 million questions last night. I know they left. She said, dude was interrogating us for real. Like, he was really like, you hear all them questions he asked us? He was interrogating us. Because I need to know. Because when they left, I started going to work and saying, how can I recruit 20 this month? Yeah, I want 100. I want 150. I'm looking at the raw materials and I'm believing, because I believe faith is something hoped for, the evidence things not seen too. But I'm telling my brain, like, listen, go find me the resources to go get me 20.
I know that's right.
That's what I got. So this is why it's important. Your thoughts create your words. How you doing? I'm making it. You ain't gonna make it.
Stay right there.
Just be honest with yourself. Your words create your actions.
Yes.
And then your actions, right, become your habits. Your success lies in your daily routine. And then your habits create your character. So, your character determines your destiny. So if you headed nowhere, you know that your character is a little tarnished. And if your character's a little tarnished, it's tarnished because your habits is ragged. And your habits ragged because the actions that you're not taking is interrupting the stuff you should be doing. And that's because you're talking to yourself wrong. You can't take nothing out of here. So when we talk about this, your thoughts create your words, right? Y'all can read it, we'll take it one. Be aware of what your words are to others. They don't need your aid in creating negative self-talk.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
See, y'all let two birds of a feather shouldn't even flock together. Just get away from each other.
Go ahead now.
Columbus say it's against the law for two broke people to talk. That's what he said. So if I'm broke and Shelly broke, we can't talk to each other. We got to go figure out get paid. Then we come together and say, let's do something constructive. Right? Because right now it's destructive. The actions, right? What's the important actions? Prospect, set appointments, recruiting, getting at the kitchen table. Those are the actions, right? That makes sense? So listen to this. I'm going to stop right here. Bruce. 6 steps, right, to change your habits. You got to write your goals down. Oh, but I don't like writing. Columbus say half the people in here, you tell them write it down, they're going to say they ain't got a pen. Ain't that something like, I ain't even got a pen, Michelle, what you want me to write down? She got 3 of them over there. You didn't look to the left. Anyway, list the reasons to change. Why should you change this habit? Why should the habit change and then find substitute routines? Do you know the biggest problem in the black community? They take the guns and the drugs off the streets, but don't replace it with anything positive for our kids.
The message.
They take it, but they don't give them nothing. So you got to find substitute routines for watching Power every day. In Days of Our Lives, and he said something, my mom used to watch when I was in college. This ain't even on the show no more. But you got to find something different. Get an accountability buddy, something like that. Give positive affirmations about this new habit. I'm excited about being dadgum SVP. I really am. Recruit helpers and stay accountable. Then prepare yourself for the who? Because they coming. They closer than you think. Y'all had something to do today, but then decided to come down here like Thomas said. Y'all had something to do today. And they said, well, you going to that thing? Again? You just got to keep moving.
Yes.
You got to keep it moving. So what you talk about this character thing. What's the first line say? Be careful even when you give your coach goals. Just do what you say you're going to do. And when you give them to him, right? How can I go get this 5 by 5,000 done? How can I go get this 5,000? Do you have new associates writing clients' best interests at heart? That's character. Because somebody said it like, we just, don't just write the sale just to write the sale. Are you considered negative or positive by your peers? If somebody mention your name, do you? Because you got to fix that. You got to fix that. That's important. And would you be excited if your team or your children were doing the thinking just like you are at this very moment?
Wow. Wow.
And then when you leave, right? And when you get home, would you be excited about it? Y'all seen the commercial, the dog barking, it said just licked out the toilet? And she was like, oh, I'm so glad that I get alerts. Like, what if you got alerts every time your kid said something negative, but they got alert when you said something negative?
Wow.
You got to change it. What would you be doing, right, if your family and team were watching you? See, everybody going to have this good feeling before you leave. They getting ready to do an awesome job. I can't wait to get the recruiting information. But it ain't helping them, see, because when they say give and it should be given unto you, the giver, they did their job.
Yeah.
That's right.
We can't say the information wasn't good. We got to go take this information and do what? Something. So what's your destiny? What is it that you want to do in this business? Where you want to go in life? Because you can't separate the two. Primerica gives you energy. Man, he gave me energy. He came in here. I'm looking at Vanessa like, we need to start running around our office. It ain't in that big. It ain't in that big. We can run right here. We good. We can get all 5 tables. Like, hey. But we gonna bust out the seams. You gotta understand something, man. What could be your destiny?
That's right.
Financial independence. Columbus talked about that all this daggum week. Freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it with, but be like B said, who you want to do it with. Some of us can't do that. Retire, whatever age, be the go-to person. Somebody said that. Spend time with your family. All this stuff could be your destiny. These are the most two important to me. That's just me, not y'all. Just me. You got to leave a legacy. What kind of legacy you going to leave for your family? And then right here, you're going to be your kid's hero in life. Because they, look, listen, on a daily basis, you got young kids, they're not exposed to you more than they are the teacher, the basketball coach, the football coach. But they're going to be so impactful in their life, man, that they'll never forget you. Don't be moved by what you see in your business. But make sure you clear the space and the clutter in your mind so that you can go do what Coach said this week. Build it 3 times. Think about what you think about. Think about what you bring about. Because where you at in your business, and I had to learn this the hard way, where you at in your business because what you thought 20 minutes ago. And where you were 20 minutes ago is where the other 20. So if you trace it all back, it's you that's being negative. But understand the scriptures say it is he that created us and not we ourselves. So stop doubting you. Because when you doubt you disrespect him. That's my time,
Man, ground is trembling. Wow.
Good stuff.
I gotta grow up, man. I gotta start crying. I done got too. I done got old.